A very interesting story involving former head of Hawks, Mr. Godfrey Libya. Some stories, you listen to the story and you say to yourself, God, why did you guys do this? All right, park that. Another interesting story, Mapul Mashatile'S unmasked. Now, 91 million rand scam in Gauteng, or tender fraud, or something, whatever the word you want to call it. But News 24 did an incredible job in digging a little bit deeper right there. So where do you want me to start? Mapul Mashatile'S unmasked. Okay. I want to start with Mr. Godfrey Libya. There is an article by this very same media house, News 24, that unpack some of the things that happened there. And this is what they have to say. Gown and out. Cash stripped Hawks fork out more than 50,000 rand for Libya's basket graduation gear. Now they say Hawks splunged 50,000 rand on a lavish academic gown, velvet bonnet for a top cop Godfrey Libya, as the crime-fighting outfit faces cash crunch, soaring vacancy rate, which has seen organized crime flourish. No expenses were spared with a glazy cashmere and velvet robe, replete with what. Now, here's an interesting part about this story. How much was spent to all of these things, right? That's the first story. How much was spent? Now, when they break down the cost, it is the cost for me that makes me go like, oh, wait a minute. Listen to the cost. Listen to the breakdown of the cost. Each tussle comes at a cost of 1,500. Gold cashmere embellishment were added at 2,500 rand per meter. News 24 can reveal that basket gown bonnet were purchased for Libya early through last year and cost of 48,411 rand, right? And 5,719 rand respectively, with the set considered to be on the high-end price range. Whew. Yeah. You see, you know, I don't know, like, how do you graduate with the most expensive gown? I'm still trying to figure out that, right? I've seen people graduating with the gown that was costing somewhere around 900, and that was a graduation. Maybe this gown makes you some, I don't know. Let's leave it there. I just wanted to pass through this story. You guys should be on your charge, but okay. Before we proceed, or before I can jump into the Mapul Mashatile'S story, listen to this. If you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, it is free of charge. To like the video, it is free of charge. You can also join. Click the join button. Become a member of this YouTube channel. You will pay from as little as 20 rand a month. You can also make use of the Super Thanks button. You can donate from as little as 20 rand a month. As we proceed. Now, let's then talk about Mapul Mashatile'S. Mapul Mashatile'S is a man of interest, a man with a specific taste. Politicians seem to have a taste that they can't afford. Politicians are the same as slave queens who are expensive, so they say. They have a taste of things, so they say. They have a sense of entitlement, but in all of those things, in all of their demands, they afford zero. All that they have is a private part and the body of a female that they utilize to all of these things. And thus, you define that as a prostitution, no matter who calls it what. Some Christians in churches, they normally do the same thing that Slay Queen does, but now often they argue that God says a man must provide prostitution at its best. So when you're looking at politicians and you're looking at Slay Queens, the thinking is the same. They have a taste, they have all these things, but they cut corners. Listen to the story of Paul Mashatile. News 24 revealed the following. Paul Mashatile unmasked, Deputy President's kid scored 91 million in tender, right? Then they say, value of payment made owned to two companies which deep links to President Paul Mashatile's sons for maintaining fire suppression system at Gauteng hospitals has nearly doubled from 49 million to just over 91 million rand. The latest figure provided to the DA Gauteng spokesperson on health, Jack Bloom, in as a response to a question he filed in the Gauteng provincial legislature are nearly double what was originally believed. In July, News 24 reported that two companies, Ngwato and Manzi Group, NMGN, Modipadi Nonkaneng, had been paid 36.4 million, were owed further 12.6 million, a total of 49 million rand. The existence of the contract and the links between Mashatile's sons and the directors of Modikabe were first revealed by News 24. We're not gonna go there, So now, I'm going to break down the payment. But what I want you to note and what I want you to understand is the following. Remember the definition that I gave you to say, we've got a problem of politicians. Politicians have got a problem of super entitlement. They never afford. Like, how often do you hear that a politician just did the right thing? How often? Politicians, we know, if they don't frame in some of companies using their immediate family, they frame using extended families. But they always cut corners. It then takes me back to the statement of the late Jackson Mthembu. You will remember when President Cyril Ramaphosa was campaigning to become a president. Remember what he said when he was asked about the corruption of President Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa at the time was accused of sleeping with two girls or more, that some of them, he took them overseas and they were studying overseas. So then they interview Jackson Mthembu and they ask him questions and then he said, show me a politician in parliament that does not have scandal. Such a politician deserves to be the president then. He says no one, absolutely no one, is without sin here. How deep is the problem? You ask. I don't know. But you know what I know? Let's tell News 24 to break it down for us. Here's what I have. News 24 previously reported that NMG had been paid 15.8 million, was owed further 2.9 million, and a total of 18.7 million. The latest figure, however, suggests that the company was paid 17.9 million and is owed 94,300. Modipadi, meanwhile, has been paid 28.7 million and is owed 43.9 million, as opposed to 20.5 million paid, 9.8 million owed, as previously believed. Oh my God. Tender tycoons, Abu Paul Mashatile and their sons. Ooh, Jehovah. Friends and what. Kulunkulu wam. Ha. Politicians. News 24 is currently on the mission of breaking down every single one of the stories. They are currently on the mission But there's one guy that they have not dealt with him thoroughly. Or, we know that Ramaphosa, Morgan Maumela, blah, blah, but we need to know the scandals of Ramaphosa now. Because we don't want to assume, or we don't want to suspect that, maybe Ramaphosa is using this media house to attack everybody in the ANC. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So I think News 24, the best that they need to do right now this is genuine. They also need to deal with Ramaphosa, lest they be accused of being used by Ramaphosa to deal with them people. But am I shocked about this? Nope. Because I told you the other time that for me, choosing a politician, you are not choosing between a saint and an angel. You are choosing amongst their demons, you are choosing a better one. Politicians, all of them are dead. So I'm not surprised at all by all of these things that I'm hearing. What about you?